When will she go away? When will the inspiration of prepubescent boys finally go away? I know some people thought Megan Rapinoe would fly off into the bird's nest with the Sue Bird after her never-ending retirement tour last year, where she traveled around the country pretending to compete in empty stadium after empty stadium, saying goodbye to the half-dozen people who actually cared to show up so they could take advantage of the buy one get one free deal at the concession stand that was selling wieners. But Uncle Casey warned you. Uncle Casey told you that Meg was just getting started. Now that she was retiring from soccer, now that the woke welfare was expiring, now that Father Time, who according to Meg Rapinoe is now choosing to identify as Mother Time, now that age was forcing her into retirement, Meg is having to do something that she has never had to do before. Meg is now having to find a way to generate money that she's actually got to earn. No more freebies. No more relying on male soccer players to generate enough revenue so female players can claim, I'm a professional soccer player. No one pays to watch me play, but the men have agreed to give us sympathy money that we don't have to earn. Megan Rapinoe is like a wasp at a picnic. She's like the annoying kid in class that refuses to go away. No one likes her. No one takes her seriously. No one really gives a shit what Meg Rapinoe has to say. Her YouTube channel, it's got less than 10,000 subscribers. Meg has been gifted free exposure from the mainstream media, yet for some reason, she is struggling to draw an audience. Her shitty podcast, it's no different than her soccer career. Because of her victim status, the media gives her unlimited free exposure, yet every time Meg played soccer, the stadium was empty. They are giving her that same free exposure for her shitty podcast, but Meg, she is having trouble resonating. You know, I have noticed this happening with a lot of deacons at Woke United Methodist, happened with the originator of the term huge embarrassing failure, Bomani Jones, happened with Jamel Hill, Tiffer the Bongo Sniffer, formerly known as Tiffany Cross from MSNBC, Donnie Lemon. Once you take the platform of the mainstream media away from them, they seem to have a real hard time resonating with an audience. I wonder why? But that doesn't mean that Meg and Sue Bird are giving up. No! Meg is determined to turn this dump of a podcast into a polished turd. Yesterday, she decided to appeal to men who were in tune with their feminine side. Meg and the Sue Bird, they invited a guest on their platform that could educate men on the new meaning of modern masculinity. They invited the man who aspires to become the first male first lady in American history. Yesterday, Meg and Curly Sue, they spoke with the husband of cackling Cam Harris, Doug. Now, imagine my surprise. Just imagine my surprise when one of the primary focuses of the episode was Orange Man Bad. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Go ahead and get to the sponsor for today's video, my good friends at Patriots by Design. I receive hundreds of emails every day, and about once a week, I'll have someone ask me where I get my shirts. Yeah, me, fashion guru. For the longest time, I had a stitched American flag back here on the shelves, and people would ask me where I got it from. With there being so many woke companies, a lot of people, they are looking for brands that align with their values, brands that are patriotic. Doesn't get more patriotic than Patriots by Design. One of my favorite items offered by Patriots by Design is their Trump wall art. Here is an example of the Trumper and Melania looking happy, which I'm sure is shocking to the mainstream media. Winter is right around the corner. The weather is getting colder. If your wife is anything like mine, she's constantly freezing. Hell, my wife, She is freezing during the summer. Warm your wife up with a hoodie blanket from Patriots by Design. They also offer car seat covers for military veterans that are available for every branch of the military. Free shipping. It's available everywhere in the United States. So click the link in the description below. Use my promo code BTL10, BTL10. Save 10% off your first purchase with Patriots by Design. It is abundantly clear at this point that the woke media has run out of ideas to cover the abundance of incompetence with Cam Harris. Nothing they do works. They can't get Cam elected on her record. It is atrocious. They can't promote Cam based on her ideas. They're constantly changing. For 59 years of her life, Cam Harris supported open borders. She sent invitations all over the world inviting people to enter through the bruised caboose at the southern border so they could attend the Butt Bongo Festival. Once she was selected to be the replacement loser for John Biden, all of a sudden, Cam is really strict on border control. As a last resort, the media, they put their collective brain cell together and they decided that their only hope in getting Cam Harris elected is to scare you. They are trying to scare you into voting for Cam Harris. Oh my God, democracy's at stake. We can't elect this evil orange man. He wants to be a dictator. He wants to send undocumented migrants back to their home dumps. Our future's at stake. Who will vote for us if everyone here illegally is sent back home? Yesterday, Megan Rapinoe, she made a desperate plea to voters that listen to her podcast. Now, of course, the vast majority of people that waste their time listening to the Megster, they are not old enough to vote. Her audience is filled with prepubescent boys who haven't reached the age of puberty, much less the age of 18. But who knows? Who knows? Maybe they can choose to identify as adults and then they'll be allowed to vote. Meg, she made a desperate plea to her tiny audience, begging them not to vote for the Trumper. She claimed that if Donald Trump is elected, America will face a grim, violent reality. Violent? Violent? Correct me if I'm wrong here. Timmy Walz is Cam's selection for pretend vice president, right? The same Timmy Walz that was the governor of Minnesota during BLM's Summer of Woke Love, right? Weren't there buildings burned during the Summer of Woke Love, police precincts taken over with billions and billions of dollars in damages? The same Timmy Walz who was married to someone who proudly claimed to open our windows so I could smell the tantalizing smell of burning buildings and hear the screams of terror coming from small business owners whose businesses were destroyed. Meg expects me to believe that the Trumper is going to cause violence? Several minutes later, Megan Rapinoe explained the real reason that she is voting for Cam Harris. Now, of course, her decision is not based on policy. Her decision isn't based on what Cam has promised to do for the country, mainly because Cam has no idea what the hell she's doing. According to Meg Rapinoe, this election, it is a unique opportunity for America. We should elect Cam Harris because she will accomplish another first. And you guys know how much the deacons love a first. Cam Harris deserves to be elected because she will be the first female president. Not only that, she will be the first black female president. Woohoo! Yes, yes, yes! I don't know about you guys, but Meg almost has me convinced. Meg continued to humiliate herself by going after the Kill Tony guy. You know, the guy the woke media tried to use as the October surprise and one last desperate attempt to get Cam Harris elected. Then it completely backfired on him. Take a guess. Just take a wild guess as to how Megan Rapinoe described Kill Tony's monologue. That was so racist! Not only was it racist, it was bigotry, it was misogyny, it was xenophobic, it was all the phobics, and people were allowing their kids to listen to this asshole! The children! It's all about the children! The children? Now, Meg is worried about the kids? She damn sure didn't seem to be worried about the kids when young women were having their opportunities taken away by boys. Where in the hell was this outrage from Meg then? Truth is, Megan Rapinoe has no idea what she's talking about. Now, that does not mean I want her silenced. Meg is free to do and say whatever the hell she wants, but she has no idea what she's actually saying. She has no idea how hypocritical she sounds, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Megan Rapinoe doesn't have much influence. Matter of fact, the entirety of the mainstream media doesn't have too much influence. While I was prepping this video, one of my longtime viewers, he sent me an article from the New York Times. Headline at the premier polished turd. Election falsehoods take off on YouTube as it looks the other way. I've been telling you for months that the media is panicking. Right now, legacy media is shook. And it's not just because the election. If we had an honest media, I think they would tell you that they're expecting Cam Harris to lose. Hell, I think some of them want Cam Harris to lose. The election panic, that's just temporary. But the real panic that we are seeing from the mainstream media, it's got to do with their future. The media has come to the harsh realization that they're in trouble. Fewer and fewer people are watching cable news. But that's only part of the problem. In the past, the media had the power to sway public opinion. They had the power to influence the way we think. That is no longer the case. That power, it has been taken away from the media by content creators on this platform, and YouTube is promoting the hell out of us. When I went full-time on YouTube almost 4 years ago, I was dealing with monetization issues on a weekly basis. There would be some weeks where I would have 3 or 4 videos in a row demonetized for one reason or another. Since January of 2023, you know how many videos I've had demonetized? 2. YouTube, they don't make me go through their automated check system anymore to approve videos for monetization. They allow me to check myself. Now, is YouTube perfect? No. I mean, nothing is perfect. But is YouTube a hell of a lot better than it was 3 or 4 years ago? Absolutely. Which is why the mainstream media is pressuring YouTube to silence dissenting voices. Anyway, give me your thoughts on this. Meg Rapinoe jumps aboard the Bruise Caboose in a desperate attempt to scare people into voting for Cam Harris. Does anyone take Megan Rapinoe seriously? Hell, does anyone take the media seriously? You tell me. Sound off in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share the video. Appreciate your support. Best way to contact me is by email at btlkc84@gmail.com. I'll see you guys later.